Good afternoon, Mike Santoro, Goffstown TV Sports, here with Coach Adam Lawrence. Adam, great game yesterday. Hope you're over that. That's behind us. On the Merrimack Valley today, second time you've seen them. So what can we look for today?
Yeah, well, the first thing I'm doing is playing seniors.
Yep.
Seniors have been in the program for 4 years. They've given a lot to this program, so I'm playing them today. And, I want to get them their innings, and they deserve it. They've earned it.
Yeah, it was great. I saw that. I saw your post. So you also mentioned you're going to do something next Friday.
Yeah.
You have any idea what's going to happen next Friday?
What I'll do is before the game, I'll just recognize the seniors and their parents and, give the seniors a gift and everything. And
Okay.
Parents get their flowers, so
Yep.
just do that next Friday.
So it'd be a big ceremony, kind of like what they do with the other sports, right?
Not a huge ceremony.
Well,
but
but we'll have something.
Yeah,
we'll make sure we make sure we cover it next.
I don't want
for
the
you.
whole town here.
Well, the whole town's going to see it.
That's true. That is true.
Tell you, Coach, that highlight reel that we put on there yesterday, that Adam put on there,
Yeah.
over 600 views this morning.
Oh, it's perfect.
Just from that
Perfect.
thing. I mean, that's a great way to go.
Well, I watched it 6 times.
I watched it about 10 times myself, so I'm up there. So Riley Putnam starting today. He hasn't pitched in a while. How's Riley looking? Do you see him in warm-ups?
He's going to be fine. I mean, every time we put Riley in, he does the job. He throws strikes, which I like, and then the defense just needs to be ready.
Yep. And you got everybody available, obviously except for the 3 guys that pitched the first couple days. So everybody else is available. You don't play again until Monday. Get some time off.
Yep.
Great. Well, look forward to it. Got beautiful weather today, Coach.
I know. It's about time.
Good luck. Look
Thank
forward
you
to a
very
good
much.
game.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Larry Emerson Field, formerly Lions Field, in Goffstown for today's game between the pride of Merrimack Valley High School and your Goffstown Grizzlies, along with Paul Hunt and Nate. I'm Mike Santoro. We're going to be bringing you the play-by-play today. Beautiful day, Paul. Beautiful summer day. This is senior day. It's actually all the seniors are going to start today, and senior night is going to be next Friday night against Sauhegan, where they get recognized. But all the seniors are in the starting lineup today, Paul.
Absolutely. It is a beautiful day. Wind's blowing a little bit, as you can see by Old Glory coming in a little bit from right field, coming right towards home plate. So that makes it a little bit tougher for anyone going the outside. But it's about 90 degrees. That wind cools it down. But in here, it is like a Dutch oven. But that's okay. I can afford to shut off maybe a pound or two. But after yesterday's great team victory, it took a lot, from everybody. It wasn't 1 or 2, and it was nice to see everybody, pitch in at some point in time, and Cody Morrell getting the walk-off in the 7th inning. Doesn't get much better than that.
No, fantastic game yesterday, Paul, and for reasons, obvious reasons, we hope we don't have that situation again today. But pulse pounding game, you mentioned it. I mean, you can't get this stuff at Fisher Cats. I mean, this is great stuff.
No, not at all. But I'll tell you what, you said the seniors are out there, and let's give you the lineup right now. We have Tyler Small playing left field today, and number 1 leading off. Nick Madison, second base, number 11. Matt Woodward, number 21, playing center field.
Number 7.
Jacob Hunt, catcher, number 18, batting 4th. Cody Morrell, third base, number 8. Then Nick Labrie getting the start over at first base, number 20. Connor Hyzak, the freshman shortstop, number 5. And Riley Putnam getting the start, number 8 at pitcher. And Peter Hunt, right field, number 13. There's your starting 9.
It sounds like a great starting 9, Paul. 7 seniors in the lineup, as we mentioned. The only 2 underclassmen are Nick Labrie at first base, getting the start today, and Connor Hyzak at short. Kevin Barton digging in. Kevin will be playing shortstop today, wearing number 7, and here comes the first pitch from Riley. And it's swung at and fouled down the right field line for strike.
Right out of the gate, first pitch swinging.
Yep, we talk about that every day, right? As a leadoff hitter, you want him to throw some pitches, but, sometimes you get that juicy fastball right down the middle, and you just can't lay off of it.
Hard to hold up.
Here comes the 0-1, and Riley had 5 fastball. Ground ball. Oh, it doesn't get through. Madison he couldn't make the play. It's picked up in right field. I'm sorry, who's that in right field?
That is Peter Hunt.
Peter Hunt in right field picks it up, throws it in, but we have a leadoff double for Barton.
Now batting, number 3, Matt Ostrowski.
But you know what, Mike? I know Nick, took it 1 step, layout.
Yeah, you got to keep going after that. See, here's the thing, Nick hasn't played in a while, but, if you're going to commit, you commit. And Riley knows his job. He's going to go over and cover the bag. Long way for Nick Madison to go to handle that one. And Nick slid and then bounded off his leg, unfortunately, and rolled away. Peter had a long way to go to back that up. So Barton's at second base. Matt Ostrowski is the batter and takes a ball.
They were there, looks like a Yankee pinstripe, solid blue jersey.
Yep, almost like the Yankees' spring training jersey.
Spring training jersey, exactly.
There's the pitch. There's a ground ball to second base. Madison bobbles it, comes up throwing, and the runner is safe. So quickly have two unfortunate plays out in the field.
Now batting number 19, Ryan Nyland.
You know, it's been a little bit for Madison since he's played.
Yep.
One went down, it bounced off him, could have stayed on there. So, you know, you might have a little bit of the jitters going on.
Yeah.
Try to give him the benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah,
But
you get some of the kids that, you know, haven't played in a little bit. So first inning jitters, we'll call it. Merrimack Valley quickly with first and third, no outs, and Brian Nyland, the batter. And he's swinging first pitch, and there's a ground ball base hit to right field. That's going to score Barton from third base, and Merrimack Valley has first and second with nobody out, and they have a 1-0 lead.
Now batting number 11, Joe Ostrowski.
Kind of hard to blame Riley Putnam for what's going on right here.
no, the ball's on the ground.
Yep. He's
Right.
throwing 3 ground balls. So this is Joe Ostrowski playing second base today. Fouls it straight back.
They came up swinging. They're aggressive. Every single one of them.
Gonna go
They're
out,
not waiting.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Joe and Matt are brothers.
It's not a popular name,
Matt is on second base, and Joe is at the plate.
or a common name, I should say.
Pitch is inside for a ball, 1-1. Paul, as you mentioned, we're in the box. Got a nice breeze blowing through here right now. It feels great. Old Glory's blowing in from right field, right into our faces. There's the pitch by Riley. Fouled, almost into the Merrimack Valley dugout. Good thing there's a fence there. So Riley is ahead 1-2 here on Ostrowski, Joe Ostrowski.
We've got to bear down. We can't get any more people on base. They need to get an out because you don't want to be behind 3-0, 4-0 in the first inning.
No. Got to stop the bleeding here, as you mentioned. Someone's going to make a play, make it out. Or get it out, not make it out. Here comes the 1-2 from Riley. Foul back. Good at bat put on here by Ostrowski. 4-hitter. Riley could use a strikeout. Double play would be nice, too. Runners take their leads away from their bases. Here comes the pitch. Curveball off the end of the bat over to first base. Labrie handles. He's going to take it himself. Tags the bag. Gets him out of first base. The runners both advance. So we have 1 out. And now second base. 3 unassisted for Ostrowski. The runners move up 90 feet apiece.
Now batting number 2, Mark Barton.
Catcher Mark Barton striding in now with second and third and 1 out. See how Coach Lawrence plays this. He's playing the corners in. Middle infielders are playing back, normal depth. So he's willing to get C to run up the middle. He did this yesterday at Portsmouth, too.
He did.
And it worked out for him. Swing and a miss by Barton, strike 1. When I say it worked out, a run came in, but we ended up winning the game, so it doesn't really matter.
A little size difference between the two catchers.
You think? Fouled out of play, and the count is 0-2. Riley's throwing strikes so far.
And I like how aggressive they are as hitters.
Yeah.
The leadoff guy, I'd like to see him take a few, but everybody else, they're going right
They're
at it.
coming right up, and Riley's throwing strikes, and why not swing? He's thrown 1 off-speed pitch so far. That was the ground ball. And there's a curveball, hit a fly ball to left. He's back. Small makes the grab, going backwards, throw into third base, and he is safe, and both runners move up. So it's a sac fly for Barton. Runners move up 90 feet, and it's 2-0.
Now batting number 18, Alan Thompson.
So the right fielder, Alan Thompson, coming into the plate now. The 6th batter to bat so far. So that second run to score is an unearned run. He reached base on an error, so that run is not it's charged to Riley, but an unearned run is a strike. So we got to keep Nyland at third base right here.
We don't need that run to score right now.
Thompson digging in. Here comes the 0-1. And there's a fly ball hit to right field.
Right to Peter.
Peter coming in, makes the grab to retire the side. But Merrimack Valley does get 2. And the score at the end of a half inning is Merrimack Valley 2 and Goffstown coming up.
15 pitches. Believe it or not, I thought it was going to be far worse than that.
So did I. I mean, it didn't start very well. You had a double, an error, and a single. And it looked pretty bleak there, Paul, you know. And but they got out of it. You know, he did what he had to do. We got the ground out to Nick Labrie, and then moved the runners up, a sac fly. You know, he's pitching the contact. They're hitting the ball. You know, Riley's not the most overpowering pitcher.
Nope.
He's a smart pitcher. He hits his spots kind of like Mitchie. And they're swinging. I mean, you said it. Merrimack Valley come out swinging. Paul, they brought 6 men to the plate, and he only threw 16 pitches.
Right.
That's not even 3 apiece. So, you know, they're coming up there. They're swinging the bats, and, you know, we'll get a ball game.
Let's see what we can do on offense now.
So this is Matt Ostrowski on the mound, the pitcher, number 3. Lefty. Okay, so as I look out in the field, Paul, the only oddball is the first baseman with the socks. Everybody's got the old-style socks on here.
And you know, with the pinstripes,
It looks good.
It looks good.
It really does. And I like the blue. I like the blue, the pinstripe, and the blue socks. That looks really nice. So a couple of points go out to the Merrimack.
I like it.
The Merrimack Valley's team here. So the first baseman, Brian Nyland, is the only one not wearing them up like that. As I look on the bench, too, the number 33 is warming up the right fielder. He has them. None of the coaches do, but that's normal. But and the other 2 folks sitting on the bench over there both do as well. So maybe Nyland didn't get the memo. I don't know.
And the catcher wears his knee savers. I thought those went out in Babe Ruth.
Well, you know, it's actually not a bad idea.
Some pros are wearing them.
Some pros wear them. You know, every little bit you can get. I see some pros wear this extra little padding on the tips of their shoes. You know,
Now batting. Number 1, Tyler Small.
it's a tough position.
The
Paul.
guard on their wrist, you know,
Guard
with the
on
glove.
wrist. You know, at least he's not wearing that little thing that hangs down from the chin. You know, that went
No,
out. That went out Little League. But I like these hockey-style masks that the goalies wear. That the catchers wear nowadays. So Tyler's way up in the box. Ostrowski works from the stretch, comes in, fastball misses high.
And you know what? That's a good move by Tyler. Yesterday he was obviously deeper.
Right.
The other day he was deeper. It depends on the pitcher. He knows he has to make hitters have to make an adjustment as well.
Right. He swings at
way
the
ahead.
1-0 pitch and way ahead of it. Kind of early in the count for Tyler to swing. He's only seeing 1 pitch and he's swinging. Ostrowski doesn't throw particularly hard. Wonder how his curveball is. Lefties usually have good natural curves. Another fastball. He popped him up. First base way. Nyland going over, makes the grab and foul grounds. So Small pops out for the first out of the inning.
Now batting. Number 11, Nick Madison.
And Nick Madison strolling in. Nick's got the old school socks on.
Nick's got the start today at second base. Contact hitter. Not a lot of power, but nice contact hitter. He likes to get, you know, those quails just over second base, just over shortstop.
Yep. And he's got good speed, so I'd like to see him on the bases. Nick takes a pitch inside for a ball. I'd love to see Nick get on right here with his speed. He's a scrappy little player. He likes to get dirty. It's just fun to watch.
He's baseball smart.
Yeah, he is. There's the pitch and the dirt ball, too. So Nick's ahead quickly, 2-0. See if he's taken here. I assume he would be, but no one here to bet with today. John's not here.
No, John's not here, so.
We're not going to get pizza. I'm not betting. Ostrowski comes to the set. Here comes the pitch. There's another fastball in the dirt. 3-0 count.
Just sit here now,
Yeah,
right?
Could
Just
use
sit
him
here.
on base right here. You got Matty on deck, who's about as hot as they come right now.
Right now, he's the hot hitter.
3-0, probably taken all the way. He is, and he takes a strike. 3-1.
At least today we're all in shorts and a T-shirt.
We're all
Well,
dressed appropriately
2 out
today.
of 3 are.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Nate just came from school.
That's
so,
true.
You know, you gotta come a little slack. Although I did change in my car. Fastball misses high, and Nick reaches with the walk.
Now batting. Number 21, Matt Woodward.
I remembered to put a change of clothes in the car because I knew it was going to be hot. I wasn't expecting it to be this hot, though. They said about 80, 85. And it was when I got in my car, it was 95 degrees when I left
was
Andover,
warm.
Massachusetts at 2:30.
I
Good
didn't
lead
want to
by
leave
Nick.
Portsmouth. It was a beautiful
Well,
sunny
it's
day
oh,
out there.
I'm sure. I mean, that's the place to be. Seacoast.
Went
90
for lunch
degrees.
right up by the tugboats today.
Can't beat it. Oh, Nate would have been doing double duty. Would have been on the headset and on the camera. triple duty. He's got the PA too. There's a fly ball by Matt, left center field. It might get over the center fielder's head. It does. It one-hops the fence. Madison's rounding second base. He's coming into third, and Matty's in with a stand-up double. How hot is that kid right now?
He is hot, man.
Everything he hits is just finding holes.
Number 18, Jake Hunt.
It's just finding holes and doing things, you know. That ball, it didn't look like it was hit particularly hard.
No.
It was high, and that thing just carried it. Got over the center fielder's head. You know, right
He's
out.
a strong kid.
Right out to the left of the 318.
He does need to, like we said, take another GNC
Yeah, he needs to get to
protein
the gym.
shake.
Come on.
Get over that fence.
Yep. Here comes Jake now with second and third and one out. Looking to do some damage. Here comes the pitch. Fastball misses low. Oh, David Skokie just came in to do the
Is
camera.
David there?
He just
All
walked
right.
in. Apparently Nate got fired. Here comes the pitch. Fastball misses low. I just happened to look down as I was hitting the iPad, and a text came up, and it was from John, and said, Davey's there. He's going to do the camera. And I turn around, and there he is. Here comes Jake on the 0-2. He swings and hits a line drive to left. The left fielder coming in, makes the catch, and he's holding on to it.
Why would he hold
Ball was
on to
hit on
that?
a line, and it wasn't deep enough to score Madison. So now we have second and third and 2 outs.
Now batting, number 8, Cody Morrell.
So Cody striding in. Cody ended yesterday's game with the walk-off base hit. Looking for Cody to come through here again. He's got to stay back. Fastball for a strike. Lefty-lefty matchup. Cody
Yep.
doesn't see this very often. We don't face many lefties.
We don't.
I think Oxford was the last lefty
right.
we
Just
faced,
gonna
right?
say that.
And we all know how that ended up.
That was not a good day. It was great to watch him, but
Cody hits a lazy fly ball to left center. The ball's tailing away from the center field. It comes along. He makes the catch, and Ostrowski gets out of the jam. So second and third and 1 out, and Goffstown fails to score. So
After
the
1 inning, Merrimack Valley 2, Goffstown 0.
so the score at the end of 1 full is Merrimack Valley 2 and Goffstown 0.
15 pitches.
So 15 pitches for
Our boys
Ostrowski
need to
as
be a
well.
little bit more patient. Let the ball come to them at the
Yep.
plate.
Yep.
Drive that ball, right? They have coming up. Let's see what they have.
7, 8, 9.
Caleb Heath. Looks like Spencer Pittengill.
Pittengill,
And Caleb Clevier.
Chevery.
Shivery.
Well, we
I butchered that one. My apologies.
yeah, you did.
We have 7, 8, 9 coming up.
So let's see how Goffstown responds now. You know, they led up to 2 runs. They had the opportunity, and you know, we probably talked about it all year, Paul. The timely hitting, you know, timely base hit right there with the 4-5 hitters after Matty doubled to make it second and third, and couldn't bring the run in.
We're not piecing things together.
You know what we don't want to
Right
see,
there.
Paul. You know, yesterday was a big game. We talked about it, right? But that was yesterday. But you don't want to see that letdown.
Nope.
You know, you're playing the number 1 seed Portsmouth. You're playing a Merrimack Valley team today that comes in with a 4-7 record. You know, you can't overlook this game
No,
and look to win them on
absolutely not.
Monday. You have to come out here. You got to play hard. You know, the boys looked like they had a little bit of a yip in the first inning. Let's hope they're over that.
Now batting, number 20, Caleb Heath.
Caleb Heath striding into the plate, number 20.
You don't need that game. What do they call it? Like a sleeper.
The trap game.
Trap
The
game.
trap game. You know, that could have happened to Sauhegan. Sauhegan lost to, who did they lose to? Was it Hollis Brookline? You know, right before they had a big game against Wyndham, right? They beat
That's
Wyndham
right.
yesterday, but they lost to Hollis Brookline the day before, or 2 days before. And, you know, that was their trap game. And Goffstown
in charge here.
did not need a trap game. There's a
Right,
strike.
no.
Goffstown comes in and ranked 3 now with their victory yesterday in Wyndham's loss. So Goffstown's ranked number 3, and they play Wyndham on Monday. Swinging a foul at the plate, and that breeze you're hearing through the headsets feels great right now.
Yes, it does.
We apologize for the way it sounds, that it's going to sound on the TV when you watch it, but You know, I'm not moving my head away from the breeze. Not today.
Smitty down there with no T-shirt on, with the 3 buttons undone like 1970s.
All he's missing is a chain. Looked like
Need
Tony
the gold
Manero.
chain down there, Smitty.
Looked like Tony Manero. It's 1-2 here to Heath. The pitch. Fastball fouled away.
Way off balance there.
Yep.
Awkward swing.
Protected the plate, though. He did what he had to do. It was an awkward swing, but he made contact and fouled it off. Didn't try to pull it.
Trying to hide away from the wind so it doesn't blow our eardrums. The viewers hearing that wind.
The pitch is a slow roller up the third base line. It's going to go foul. Nice play by Riley. Riley stepped over it to make sure it went foul.
Almost.
Thought about picking it up, but stepped over it. So Heath has to come back after running up the first baseline. And on cue, Paul, the wind has completely stopped now, because you said that.
If need be, we can turn that fan on.
There comes the 1-2. Way ahead of that, too. Fouled at the plate again, and the count remains 1-2. Good battle put on here by Heath. It's forcing Riley to throw some pitches.
Goes to turn the fan on, and
the wind picks up.
picks up.
There it comes. Fastball outside, misses. 2-2 count. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming here, Paul. Making Riley work.
8th pitch, right?
And there's a ground ball to third that's going to go foul again. Good thing. We're going to Cody's arm. Get on the Cody's glove. That was the 8th pitch of that bat?
That was.
So
I had he's 2-2 count with 4 balls. We had 2 foul here, 2 come back over on the other side.
Yep. Must have missed one. My sidekick just brought me a nice coffee. Ethan, thank you. Here comes the 2-2. Curveball hit up the middle. Madison gets there, makes the throw, and he's got him in his 1 out. Good play by Madison. Got in front, took his time, made a good throw.
Now batting number 6, Spencer Pittengill.
You know, he's as solid as they come. Solid defensive player, not afraid of the ball, gets down on it.
Yep, he made sure. He bobbled that one in the first inning. He made sure he got in front of that. Made a good throw. Pittengill hits a line drive foul. It's going to go out of play.
We need to
get. Just missed my wife's van. She just parked.
We need to get sound effects. You spoke about earlier, the broken glass and the grizzly, doing something. Add that to this.
Yep. See if we can work on that. We'll have to get our crack staff working on that. See if we can come up with some sound effects during the game. Pittengill wiggling the bat. Here comes the 0-1. High fastball swings and
we'll take
0-2.
that.
Help Riley out there a little bit. Pittengill a little bit anxious at the plate.
Oh, sugar.
Foul straight back again. We have Paul's sunglasses just fell down, and Smitty is trying to get him. Smitty is trying to retrieve them for you, and he's got them. Nice job, Smitty.
Thank you, Smitty.
Now he wants to throw him up. Curveball's got him. Struck him out. So the sunglasses get retrieved, and Pittengill strikes out swinging, and is 2 down.
Now batting number 4, Braden Miller.
So Chivalry is not batting. Braden Miller is hitting. Braden Miller is number 4, the center fielder.
Wearing the Randy Johnson mullet.
Yeah, he must be hot with all that hair. That's ball 1. Yeah, Miller's got it going on. He reminds me of Rick Miller from the 70s, the Red Sox. The long hair, the high pants. He's got the wrong number, though.
Was Miller 11?
16, wasn't
16.
it?
Stapleton was 11.
Stape was 11. There's a line drive foul. First base umpire had to move out of the way on that one. Peter Hunt retrieves the ball. Tosses it into Labrie. Ooh, gives it back to Riley. And we're getting ready to go again. Paul, you're a mess over there. Your hat's a mess, glasses. Come on.
I know. I got to get it together.
It's a good thing we're on radio. It's a check swing. Gets by Riley. Madison picks it up, throws, safe. Madison did all he could. It was a slow roller up the line. Miller runs well. And he has a 2-out base hit.
Now batting number 7, Kevin Barton.
So top of the order, Kevin Barton coming up. He doubled. It was a ground ball that was out of LeBree's range. Madison slid over, hit off his knee, and bounded into the right field corner. Big lead over there by Miller. Riley doesn't throw over, and first pitch swinging again. Barton fouls it.
Got to give him a look because that kid might take off. He's looking at third base coach, you know, like a great white shark looking at a wounded seal.
Yeah, Paul, we talk about this all the time. It's a good situation to run in. You get the 9 batter on first. You got a leadoff hitter here. Worst case scenario. Oh, he was leaning. He's got him.
He's got him.
He was leaning. Great call right there. He was leaning, and he gets picked off 1-3.
– 18 pitches.
18 pitches for Riley that inning, puts him at 33. Great move, Paul. We just talked about it. You know, good pitch to steal on. 0-1, you get the leadoff hitter up, so now the leadoff hitter is going to obviously lead off the next
He'll lead
inning.
off the next one.
And but, you know, it's a good move. You called it. I mean, he was looking over. He was practically telling the third base coach to let him steal, and gave him the sign, but he didn't wait for Riley to deliver.
No, we have, let's see, for us, we have Nick LeBrie coming up, Connor Hyzak, and the pitcher, Riley Putnam.
Sounds like 3 hits to me, Paul.
I hope so.
I've said that a few times. Let's hope I'm right one of these
I'd like to see a long inning here, you know, at least like a 5 or 6 batter inning, you know,
Yeah.
inning here.
Well, I'd like to see some runs. Taylor going out and giving the umpire some replenished baseballs. Paul has some
Made an equipment change.
Yeah, having some issues with his hat.
You know, everybody you wear certain things, right? Team's doing well, and all of a sudden I got that new hat that the team wears.
OHT hat, yep.
And I wore it today.
Now batting number 20, Nick LeBrie.
So I usually, you know, I buy it just for the support.
Sure,
I have a stack
of
of
course.
them at the house. I'm like, I'll wear it today. Well, after the 2-0 start, second inning, I'm like, I'll go back to what I always wear.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Superstition is a big part of baseball. LeBrie digging in.
Pure fastball hitter right there.
Yep, and he takes one for a strike.
He leaves a fastball belt high. Nick knows what to do with it.
Yep. Nick's been a fastball hitter as long as we've known him. Here comes the pitch. Low in the dirt.
Of course, his father's out there in right field with Mr. French. They like those seats out there.
Yeah, those aren't cheap seats. Those are expensive. Get an unobstructed view of the field. That's down. 2-1. You got to call ahead for getting on the season ticket list to get those seats.
There is a waiting list.
There is.
Now that they get rid of behind the plate.
Yeah, behind the plate. That's unfortunate because that used to be a gathering spot for a lot of folks. A lot of the moms would sit back there in their
Grandparents
chairs.
would sit there.
Grandparents. Now you got to kind of sit off-centered. It's not the same. 3-1 pitch. He swings and hits a ground ball. Base hit down the third base line. That's going to roll into the corner. Nick has a bad leg. He's not going to run too hard, and he's satisfied with the base hit. So LeBrie at first to start off the inning.
Now batting number 5, Connor Hyzak.
You know, Nick's a big kid. Doesn't have the greatest speed anyway, but he's been battling a quad problem, and he's really trying to stretch it out there.
And he's showing it right there. He's a little stiff.
You know, he's a little stiff, but you know, I'd hate to see him re-injure that or re-aggravate that. Something to watch for the rest of the game, Paul. Isaac digging in now. LeBrie's saying, "Come on, lose one so I can trot home." So I have to go running. If Connor hits a gap, you know, LeBrie, like I said, is having an issue running right now, so might be 90-foot baseball. Connor hits a ground ball to third. Third baseman bobbles it, has time to throw to second, and then he makes an underhanded
We'll
throw.
take that error.
Misplayed that one.
But you know what? he's hurt, and he still went down that, towards second base.
Oh, yeah, he
as fast
still
as
went down
could.
hard.
He slid.
Yep, he did what he had to do.
Riley Putnam.
I see him grabbing his leg, though, and now he's trying to stretch it. He's flexing his knee. Let's just hope Nick's okay. First and second now, nobody out, and here comes Riley hoping to help his own cause out. First baseman's playing in front of Hyzak for some reason. Riley swings wildly and misses. I mean, can understand the corners maybe playing in the third baseman's even with the bag. The first baseman's on the grass. I don't understand this setup here. Fastball misses outside.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure.
I mean, Riley's batting 8th today. Hasn't hit for a while. Good bunt situation here, but he's showing no signs of bunt.
No.
And, I give Coach Lawrence credit here. I mean, senior day, let him get up there and take his hacks. Oh, it's in the dirt. Fooled him on a curveball. And the count's now 1-2.
I bet he'd like that one back so he didn't have to get in the hole.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. Said Riley hasn't batted in a while. Wants to take his hacks, doesn't want to get cheated.
Nope.
Here comes the 1-2. Up high, misses.
I'll
Good
tell you what.
discipline laying off that pitch.
You know what I would like to see? If they were going to do this black top here, make it with the G.
Right.
With
Yep.
like Grizzlies or
Yep,
something
yep.
in that. I would have donated money towards that.
Pitch struck him out. Fastball down the middle. Riley swung over it.
Now batting number 13, Peter Hunt.
Not sure who was responsible for putting that up. I don't know if that was something that the school did or if it was something that Parks and Rec did. It was the school. So maybe we could talk to Mr. Fountain and see if we can get that done. There's a fly ball to center field. Labree's going back to the bag, but I don't see him tagging here.
No.
Center field, the Miller comes in, makes the catch, and is quickly 2 outs now.
Well, we're at top of the order now.
Yep.
Now batting.
Back to the order, and Tyler Small. Small popped out to first base. So, Paul, we're getting into a bad habit already. We left 2 on in the first. And we got
Right.
2 guys out
The
there right
Ducks in
now.
the pond again.
The Ducks are out there. Let's see if Tyler can come in. First baseman now playing way behind Hyzak. I don't even know why they're bothering with Labrie. He's not going anywhere.
No.
Fastball for a strike.
They should be able to see that he's hurting.
Yeah, I mean, I can, understand maybe trying to keep him close to his secondary, but honestly, it's going to be a ball in the gap that's going to score him with his bad wheel. Ball down for a ball. 1-1 count. Just heard the bench say base hit scores him. I'm not sure. I mean, nothing against Nick. I know he's hurt, and that's probably the only reason why. He's still getting a good secondary, and he called a balk.
Was it a
No, he
balk?
called time.
Oh, we called time.
He called time. Tyler must have called time at the plate, and the home plate umpire gave it to him.
Okay.
I thought he yelled balk at first, too, but when I saw him walk away,
Then it was you knew it was no longer the balk.
Yep.
Didn't motion.
Labrie's getting a good secondary. Got to give him credit for that. Here comes the pitch. Fastball. There's a base hit to left. Charity hop for the left field. A long throw in, cut off by the pitcher, and the runners move up 90 feet. And we have the bases loaded for Nick Madison.
Now batting number 11, Nick Madison.
So good spot here for Nick. Nick walked his first time up. He put on a good at bat. And, we talked about Nick at the beginning. He's a senior. He's been around. Good ball player. He hustles hard.
Contact hit to right field.
He's
right
a
here.
dirt dog. Yeah, look at that hole between first and second. He takes a strike.
You know what I'm saying? We've seen him do it. Just when that ball's outside, go with the pitch, get it over there to right field because you have some speed at second base. You could score.
Paul, you could
2
drive
runs.
a bus through first and second. Look how far off the line the right fielder is. And he hits a line drive to left field, and it goes foul. About 5 feet foul. But the right fielder he's playing past second base.
Right.
In
I've
right
never
field.
seen somebody
I
that
can't
far
believe
over.
how far over he's playing. Obviously playing him to pull. 2 strikes on
But, I
Nick.
mean-
But if Nick gets an outside pitch, he hits one down the right field line, he can run for a while. He'll clear the bases, and he could score with his speed.
It's Smalls at first and Hyzak at second.
And the right field is deep, too. It's not like he's playing shallow. He's coming in now. He's moved about 5 feet in. But he's a good 100 feet off the line. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Nice block
Nice
by the
stop.
catcher.
So today, Jake's mom showed up. And she's wearing flip-flops. So I think she watched last night's telecast and said, I'm not wearing those neon green sneakers that you can see from the space shuttle.
She had the flip-flops on yesterday, so.
Boy.
Did you tell her that Houston called?
I did.
Here comes the pitch. Curveball struck him out in another jam.
Wow.
Ostrowski gets himself out of a bases-loaded jam.
Wow.
And Goffstown leaves 3 more men on base. And the score at the end of 2 full is Merrimack Valley 2 and Goffstown nothing.
After 2 innings, Merrimack Valley 2, Goffstown 0.
20 pitches, Mike, but I'll tell you what, we gave up so much on that inning. You know, that's just a huge, huge problem. I understand he tried to stay back last second, kind of a defensive swing. You know, it is what it is, but we got to put things together.
You know, here's the other thing, Paul. When you've played games, you know, you play Portsmouth, you play Wyndham, you play these teams, and you know, they have these pitchers. I mean, again, nothing against Ostrowski. He's doing a great job. He doesn't throw particularly hard, but you see these guys that are throwing low to mid 80s, and then you see Ostrowski who's throwing low to mid 70s maybe.
It's a big change.
It's a big difference. It throws your timing off. And you know, you get some of the seniors in here that, you know, don't play on a regular basis, so their timing is probably off as well, like Riley and Nick and Peter. So you know, you can expect that, but you know what? We don't want to see you get into the 5th, 6th, 7th inning again, down 2-3.
No, we don't want to do that. No.
You know.
But you know what? Our top of the lineup, Jake, Moose, Matt, and when they come out next time around, Matt had a nice hit, but the other 2, they've seen it second time around. Settle down and make the hit.
Now batting number 7, Kevin Barden.
You know something, Paul? I'm looking down at Dad's row, and you got Mr. Morrell, Mr. Woodward. But I tell you, you got some fine-looking women down there. You got my wife down there, your wife down there, Kenny's wife down there, and John's wife is down there.
I think we need to move the headsets down there.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, and there's Mr. Hyzak. He's not wearing his space shuttle shirt
Got the
today.
boonie hat on, though.
He looks up and he laughs.
He was matching Jen's shoes.
Match Jen's sneakers, so you guys got to get together. Here's the pitch, a ground ball to short.
Nice
bobbled it. Oh, he made a nice
right.
play. Bobbled it as he was trying to get it ready.
Great
Barton
try.
runs well.
Now batting number 3, Matt Ostrowski.
Not sure he would have had him, Paul. Did you? How did
No,
you
I'm going to score that a
as a
hit.
base hit.
Cody had to come to his left, and Connor had to come over at least 20, 25 feet.
And he had
to
to
his
circle it.
right.
He had to come around in front of it. So,
if he made that play, that was Derek Jeter-esque.
yeah, and I'm not sure he would have thrown him out anyway. Barton runs well. Here's the
But it was
pitcher
a great
now.
effort.
Ostrowski, he reached on an error, and it's a ground ball base hit by Labrie. And Barton stops at second base. And I don't know if Labrie's not hampered with that leg, Paul.
Yeah, that was
Now
Looked like-
batting
layout for that one.
Brian Nyland.
Ball was only about 5 feet to his left. And quickly, Merrimack Valley has runners on first and second with no out. And you got Brian Nyland coming up, who singled in a run his last time up.
Almost like here we go again.
Yep. So he's thrown 2 pitches so far and 2 base hits. So Riley finds himself in a jam. Here comes the pitch to Nyland. It's inside.
Now Mrs. Woodward showed up. Matt's mother's there, and Riley's mother's showing up.
It's getting more attractive by the minute
I
here.
don't know where all the dads are. They all
Yeah.
golfing?
Well, we got 3 down here now.
Yeah.
We got Jim and Kenny and Matt and Gary. That's a ball. It's 2-0. We don't want to load the bases here, Paul.
No. Not at all. Jake will go out and talk to him, I'm sure, after this, if he does.
There's a
There we
nice
go.
pitch. 2-1 count. We need to get an out here. Like I said, Nyland singled his last at bat. Here it comes. High pitch, lays off. Good piece of hitting right there by Nyland, staying off that high fastball on a 2-1 count. A definite hitter's count, but he lays off the high pitch. Riley's got to come into him here, 3-1.
He's got to find it.
There it is, and he misses, and he walks him, and the bases are loaded.
He's got to
I wonder
find
if
it.
Jake's going to call time here.
Now batting number 11, Joe Ostrowski.
So I heard Jake call the corners in, so the corners are going to come home. And, you know, I'm looking down at Cody Morrell, and Cody's about 80 feet away from the plate for the, you know, you're talking a cleanup hitter here. This
Right.
is Joe Ostrowski. He grounded to third, grounded to Labrie, handled the play unassisted. So there's a force everywhere. I mean, Cody's actually 5 steps closer now. Not a fun position. I've done
Nope.
that too. And he hits a line drive to right field. It's going to drop. That's a base hit. One hops Pete. Pete throws it into Labrie, and the runners move up 90 feet, and it's 3-0 Merrimack Valley.
Now batting, number 2, Mark Barden.
So 3 base hits and a walk. The bases are still loaded, and 1 run in. And now Barton comes up. He had a sacrifice fly to left field his last time up. And Riley's in a big jam right here.
I don't know if
Can't see if anybody's warming up in the bullpen over there.
no, I don't see anybody going.
Here comes the pitch. Fastball fouled straight back. Oh, Barton won. He wanted that one. He was looking to tee
They're
off
hungry.
on that one. Oh, sure they
They're
are.
hungry right now. They can smell bases loaded, no outs.
Riley's not throwing a lot of pitches this inning. I mean, with the 1 walk, I mean, the 3 base hits have been on the first or second pitch. And Barton's up there hacking. Curveball hits
Oh,
him,
boy.
and that's going to force in another run.
Oh boy.
And it's now 4-0 Merrimack Valley with no outs, and the bases remain loaded.
Now batting, number 18, Alan Thompson.
And Coach Lawrence is going out to the mound to calm his pitcher down. I mean, he's telling him he's just got to, he's gotten snake
gotta
bitten
settle
so
down.
far this inning. There have been 3 hits, but now he's walked a batter and hit a batter. And he's calling the infield in now, so he's bringing the entire infield in. You got to stop the bleeding here, Paul. It's 4-0. It's the 3rd inning, and there's nobody out. We need a ball hit right at somebody. A ground ball hit right to Cody Morrell would be great right here. Alan Thompson flied out to Pete his last time up to end the 1st inning, and it was a fly ball that if he does that same thing now is probably going to score a run. So Thompson digging in here. He's looking to put a big number up here.
Carter Schwannard is loosening up in the bullpen right now.
So Carter's loosening up. That's probably why he didn't start in center field today, because he's probably going to be the first one out of the pen.
Well, I figured he'd either have Carter or
Clay.
Clay, Connor Hyzak throw.
There's a little ground ball foul up the third base line. So the count's 1-1. Yeah, I didn't think Connor would be the first one out because he's playing short, but you're looking on the bench, you got Clay sitting down there, you got Carter sitting down there, you got Jeremy sitting down there, so
There's
he's
a lot of
probably
arms.
going to use some of those arms, and it's all hands on deck today. Other than Maddie, Frenchie, and Mitchie, everybody else is available. You don't play again until Monday. Here comes the pitch by Riley. Strike
There you
2.
go.
Good pitch. Strikeout, ground out is what you're looking for. You gotta love Cody. Look at him. He's 15 feet in on the grass. He moves back. He comes, creeps in with every pitch. That's no fun position
No, he
to play.
pulls
I'll
that
tell you.
down hard.
That's why it's called the hot corner. He struck him out. Great pitch by Riley right there. Just what the doctor ordered.
Yep. You needed that big time.
Now batting, number 20, Caleb Heath.
So the bases remain low. You got Caleb Heath out. He grounded to Madison his last time up.
Well, you need, just so you heard Mr. Morrell just yell, knock it down. You
Yep.
need a double play ground ball right here. Stop the bleeding.
Like I said, a ground ball right at somebody that you can throw home and maybe double him off at first base. Here comes the pitch. Down low. Ball 1. So Heath grounded to Madison his last time up. Big, tall kid. Waiting for the 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. And there's a line drive over the drawn-in infield for a base hit. That's going to score. He's waving the runner at second home. Small's throw in is late, and he's got the 2 runners are hung up now. Heath is hung up between first and second. Jake runs out there, throws to
Got him.
Labrie, and he's got him.
Nice
so
play.
Heath is out.
Nice play, Jake.
He tried to advance, but the runner on second, the runner that was on first, Barton, didn't go to third. But however, 2 runs do score, and now Merrimack Valley has a 6-0 lead and a man on second base.
Now batting, number 6, Spencer Pittengill.
So Caleb Heath gets credit. Caleb Heath gets credit with a 2 RBI
Correct.
single, and he's out 2-3
2-3
at first base. So now there's 2 outs, man on second base. It's 6-0 Merrimack Valley.
Oh,
And here comes Pittengill, who struck out his first time up. He takes a pitch low.
and Jacob did the right thing out there. He ran out towards second, keeps that kid at
Right.
second.
You gotta freeze the kid at second base. The minute Jake turned and looked towards first, if I was Barton, I would have come off the
Yep.
bag a little bit. Especially that was a good slide by Heath. Went behind the bag, forced Labrie to reach for him.
Nice start.
Good
How to
stop
get over
by
there.
Jake, 2-0. Barton actually probably could have taken third base on that throw, but I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know how Nick's arm is coming from first to third.
But the coach was aggressive. I mean, he didn't even think twice about sending Ostrowski from second base. There's a strike.
Well, Mike, he knows. These bats start to wake up, and you make any changes here. 6 runs is a lot, but there's still no reason they can't come back from this. They got to wake up.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Paul, if they don't wake up, 6 runs. There's a little ground ball hit in front of the plate. Riley comes on, and Riley and Jake
called him off.
Jake called him off. Riley went out. Riley throws a third and catches the runner rounding the bag. So they get a break. Some miscommunication in the field, which looked like it was going to be a disaster. Looked like it was going to be first and third, and the runner on second base, Barton, overran third base, and Riley threw him out. So that's a base hit for Pittengale, and Barton is out 1-5.
I didn't know. You could see that when Jake and Riley were down there, Jake had called him off. I just didn't know if he heard him. But regardless, we got the third out.
Paul, at the end of 2.5 innings, it's 6-0 Merrimack Valley. And we can't wait too long to get these bats awake.
20 pitches, 53 total after 3 innings. And we have coming up Matt Woodward, Jake Hunt, and Cody Morrell.
So, Paul, there's 2 reasons why we can't wait too long to wake the bats up here. One is, a 6-run deficit, you don't want to wait till the 6th, 7th inning. The second is, you may not have a 6th, 7th inning if they score 4 more runs.
That's right. 10-run rule.
10 runs.
You can't get 10 run by this team.
Not by this team at home. Not on a day where you're celebrating your seniors and all your seniors are in the lineup. You can't have that happen.
Just get on base.
And so far through 2 innings, they've left 5 men on base. 2
right.
on the first, left the bases loaded last inning. So it's not like they don't have opportunities.
You need base hits.
Timely hit is still missing. We need we need base runners. So you're not going to get up there and swing for the fence because 1 run's not going to tie the ball game.
Nope.
You need base runners. And, Ostrowski's not overpowering anybody. He's not fooling anybody. And we just have to get those timely hits.
Now batting, number 21, Matt Woodward.
But you know what? You need to get that, like you said, each inning, 2-3 runs, and you have to shut them down defensively. Enough with, not being able to reach a ball. You got to throw the body out there.
Yeah.
Hurt or not hurt, give it a shot.
You have to. You absolutely. It's a must. Here comes Matty now. Doubled his first time up. But Matty hits a line drive to right. That's going to tail away. That's going to get down. And then he dives. It gets by him. His glove goes flying. That's way back there. Matty is rounding second base. Matty's going for 3. Here comes the throw by the second. It's cut off by the shortstop,
Triple.
and Matty slides in with a triple. How hot is this kid right now? I'm telling you, Paul, you can throw him anything right now.
He's hitting it.
And Paul, look down here at the seniors. Matty just tripled. Yep. Jake's coming yelling at the bench. Cody Morrell grabs Matt's bat, yelling at the bench, let's go, let's go. These seniors know what this game means. Not to say the rest of the team does, but this is a huge game for Goffstown. We already talked about that. And Jake hits a ground ball to short. It's stopped. It's going to get the run in. Jake's out at first base. Matty scores from third. So Goffstown is on the board. Jake gets an RBI ground out. He's out
6-3.
He's out 5-3. I'm sorry, 6-3. Matty scores. So now here comes Moose with nobody on and 1 out. So Jake does his job. Not what he wanted to do.
Nope.
I mean, he would love to be on base, but you know what? It's a productive out, though, Paul.
I'd rather see him have taken a pitch, settle down.
True.
He's a little anxious.
True, but,
That's the dad speaking.
That pitch kind of brushes Cody back a little bit, gives him a little trim of his beard. I know, you want to see Jake, come up there, maybe take a pitch, calm down. You got to run in. It's exciting.
Calm down and take a pitch.
But shortstop made a good play on him. Curveball for a strike. Ooh. Nice pitch. Cody hasn't seen many of those curves from lefties.
Totally different. Lefty on lefty. That
Cody
curve
needs
coming in.
Yeah, he needs to adjust here. I don't think he's going to. He's looking like the catcher's setting up outside. He's looking for a fastball outside. Cody gets it. He hits a high fly ball to right. The left fielder doesn't see it. Now he's moving over. He's running. And he dives and he catches the ball. I mean, he almost played that into a double. He didn't see it at first, and then he finally found it and outstretched and made the catch.
Now batting, number 20, Nick Labrie.
Tell you what, if that was Matt Woodward, the ball would have flown over the fence.
Just right. The way he's hitting, the ball just carries.
But Cody, the left fielder didn't see it when it came off the bat, and then he was running, and I didn't see it hit the ground. The umpire called it out right away. So here comes Labrie, who singled his first time up. Look where that right fielder, and he hits a little line drive to second base, didn't get past. So that's going to retire the side. And Goffstown comes out of that with only 1 run.
After 3 innings, Merrimack Valley 6, Goffstown 1.
Mike, there was 7 pitches, and that's what I'm talking about. You gotta see a few more pitches.
Yep. 7 pitches. Oh, my. That only puts him at 42 on a day like this. I'd be surprised if Putnam comes back out there. I would imagine Coach Lawrence is going to go to Schwinnard or his relief pitch. No, Putnam's coming back out.
Coming out. He's back out there.
He's only thrown 53 pitches. I mean, that last inning, yeah, they did hit him. He let up 4 hits that last inning, and he hit a batter and walked one. So, I mean, it wasn't entirely horrible. I mean, he didn't throw many pitches. I mean, even though they brought 8 men to the plate, he only threw 20 pitches, Paul. I mean, that's not a lot of pitches for 8 batters. So, but something needs to happen quickly. I mean, you would think Lawrence has a short leash on him right now.
You need a quick inning here.
You need a shutdown inning, and then you need your team to come back out. You got Hyzak, Putnam, and Peter Hunt coming up next inning.
Clay Campbell's out right now, loosening up.
So we just got an insider for that 14 and 4 in the bullpen. 4 is Tyler, he's a catcher, and 14 is Clay. So that's probably Clay warming up. Jake bobbles it, throws down. That's about a 9-second pop time right there.
9 seconds. It was like waiting for next eclipse.
Here comes Rick Miller. I'm sorry, Braden Miller. Miller is playing center field today. He singled, and then he was out 1-3. Got picked off first base. That was Riley's best inning. A grounded to second, a strikeout, and then picked Miller off first base after he singled. We need a quick inning here. Here's a ground ball to short. Hyzak
Well
eats
played.
it up, throws to first base.
Nice job, Connor
Miller
Hyzak.
gets down
Nice
the line
job.
quick,
He
doesn't
can run.
Oh, my goodness.
Now batting, number 7, Kevin Barton.
Paul, one pitch went out. You can't get better than that.
Nope.
But, boy, did Miller get down the line quick, huh?
He can fly.
There's Barton. He's 2 for 2. He doubled in the first and singled in the third. Already up for the 3rd time. And he hits a fly ball in the first pitch. Hunt circles, comes in now with the wind, and makes a 2-handed grab. So 2 pitches, 2 outs, Paul.
Oh, boy.
We'll take this. And here comes Ostrowski, the pitcher.
Now batting, number 3, Matt Ostrowski.
Okay, get it out. There's no way he swings at the first pitch right here.
Well, I'd be shocked if he does.
If I'm the coach, I bench him. There's no way you allow a 3-pitch inning.
Right.
He's got to put that bat on his shoulder. And he does. Good job by Ostrowski. I mean, it's a good pitch, too. That's down the middle. That's a fastball. So Riley hopes to have a quick inning here. Here comes the pitch. Ostrowski takes a ball. So it's a 1-1 count. Ostrowski twirls the bat. No batting gloves, Paul, too. I love that.
Jorge Posada.
There it is. And he hits a line drive to left center field. That looks like it's going to get down. Matty on his horse. It gets by him. Ostrowski rounding first base. He's going in the second. He's going to get there sliding with a double. Ostrowski is 3 for 3. Good piece of hitting there, Paul.
It
Pitch was outside. He went with it.
Been a while since Matt's played center field. He was a little late, but I just think he hasn't played center.
Yeah, but that ball was tailing away from him. He didn't have a shot. I mean, unless you were playing it perfectly.
And that wind pushing away from isn't helping.
That's right. Here comes Nyland now. He's walked and singled, takes a ball. So Nyland singled and a run in the first and walked and scored in the third. Ostrowski's got good speed. He scored twice. He's at second base with a good secondary lead, great secondary lead.
Nice stop.
Nice stop by Jake right there. I mean, he's a good 40, 45 feet off the bag on a secondary lead, Paul. A base hit short to score him.
Well, hopefully now Riley knows. Give him another look.
Yeah, Hyzak is playing a deep short. Doesn't even look over there. Is Putnam. 2-1. Good strike. Yeah, Putnam needs to at least take a check on him.
That second look is huge.
They
time your first, right?
Yep,
they time your first look.
And then, he's going. And there's a ground ball right back to Riley.
1-3.
Nice, easy throw.
Right.
And he gets out of the inning. So good break there. Pretty quick inning. And after 3.5, it's 6-1 Merrimack Valley.
9 pitches, 62 total.
So Connor, Riley, and Peter coming up. And Paul, got to get the bats going here. This is the bottom of the 4th inning. You know, Clay, I just saw Clay sit down in the dugout, so he looks like he's loose. So you had Schwannard warming up already and Clay. So you got a couple guys that are ready. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm looking below me, and I see a high schooler with a Santoro shirt on, number 4. I have no idea who she is. Not sure if that's her name and it's her jersey, or if she's wearing it for my son. I don't know. But I have no idea. You know, Paul?
I don't.
So it looks like she has. Is that a lacrosse shirt she has on? I can't tell. So maybe that's her. I don't know. It's not. No. You know something I don't know, Nate? Dad Rowe looks a little bit worried right now, Paul. I must say that. So do I. I mean, I was worried yesterday when it was just 4-0 Portsmouth, and now 6-1 Merrimack Valley.
Ugh.
Now batting, number 5, Connor Isaac.
Agita, Mike.
Yeah, you could say that again. Oh, we got Clay in the on-deck circle now. Looks like he's going to pinch hit for Riley. He'll probably come in to pitch next time.
Just going to say that, right? They'll make the change that way.
Here comes Connor. Pitch, and he hits a lazy fly ball to left. Left fielder camping underneath it and makes a two-handed catch.
First pitch.
Emphasis on the two hands, Paul. Yep, once again, first pitch swinging. So here comes Clay. And Clay,
number 14, Clay Campbell.
we'd imagine, we don't like to assume here, but we imagine that Clay's going to stay in the game to pitch for Riley. Peter Hunt is in the on-deck circle. So this is Clay's first at bat against Ostrowski. Taking his time. The umpire gets the change. Ostrowski off the mound. I don't know, Paul. You're down 5 runs. You need base runners, and you're swinging at the first pitch in the 4th inning. I'm not sure about that one.
Make this kid throw.
Here comes the pitch, and
patient.
Clay takes a ball.
Because he's all over the place. He's not throwing a ton of strikes.
He's not, but he's only walked 1.
You know?
But, you know, he hasn't thrown many pitches to walk back. He only threw 7 pitches last inning, right?
Because everybody's swinging. They see that ball, and they think they can crush it.
And here's a lazy ground ball to second. Clay
Case in
hustling
point.
down the line. Actually, slowed up. Slowed up there at the end. I don't know if he slowed up or if he pulled up lane, but that's 2 outs. 3 pitches, 2 outs.
Now batting, number 13, Peter Hunt.
No, it was more of a frustration slowdown, I think. And here comes Pete. Pete's trying to keep the inning going here. I mean, Goffstown's at risk of being down 5 runs going into the top of the 5th inning here. Pete way up in the box. Pitch in there for strike. Well, Pete's a big kid. He's got a big strike zone. I mean, if that's Clay Campbell, that's a ball. Pete stands 6'3". That come mid-chest. Umpire gave him the high strike. There it comes in the dirt. 1-1 count. Game's moving right along though, Paul. It's not even an hour in
Flying
yet.
by.
Not even 5:30 yet.
Well, it's because we're not doing anything
We're not getting
offensively.
any hitting. It's offensive.
It is.
There's a line drive to the
Right to
shortstop.
the shortstop.
And what is that, a 6-pitch inning for Ostrowski?
After 4 innings,
7.
Valley 6, Goffstown 5.
7-pitch inning as Hunt lines out to third.
And you know what? He had 7 pitches last inning as well.
Yep, so 2 7-pitch. He's at 49 pitches through 4
The only
innings.
thing that's going to bail us out, we come to top of the order next inning, but they need another quick inning. This has just been anemic offense.
Yeah, can make all the excuses you want.
Looks
but
like Hyzak's pitching and Clay going to short.
So Hyzak's in the pitch. So same result. So
Right.
Hyzak's in the pitch. Just got a text from our protege, John Skokie, wanting an update. And
Did you give him one?
I think he heard through the grapevine that Goffstown is on the losing end and wasn't particularly sure. So I just
Sure his
confirmed
wife
that
probably
statement
called
for
him.
him.
Or text him.
So we go to the top of the 5th inning, And we have 4, 5, 6 coming up for Merrimack Valley. Joe Ostrowski, who's 1 for 2. Barton, who's doesn't have an official at bat. He had a sac fly and hit by pitch. And then Alan Thompson, who's flied out and struck out. Now this is going to be their first time facing Hyzak. Hyzak is
Throws a lot harder.
throws a lot harder than Riley did.
Has a nice curveball. You know, here he is a freshman, and he good balance, good throw. I mean, look, you can see the velocity difference. So that's a different look now for Merrimack Valley.
So, you know, looking ahead to the bottom of the fifth, Goffstown has the top of the order coming up. So it sounds like, you know, you got to have some runs. You got to have a hold inning here, and you got to score some runs next inning with the top of the order. You know, put 2, 3 runs across, give your team a chance in the 6th and 7th innings.
Now batting, number 11, Joe Ostrowski.
But you definitely can't allow any more runs here, Paul.
No, enough's enough. Well, I'll tell you what, if this keeps up, I'd like to be a fly on the wall at tomorrow's practice. I think there'll be a lot of
Tomorrow's
push-ups
practice,
and
Friday's
runs.
practice, and as far as I'm concerned, Saturday and Sunday's practice too, because you got a hot Wyndham team.
That's right.
Who lost to Sauhegan yesterday, so they're
They're
going to be
hungry.
looking for something.
Absolutely. And we're playing sloppy.
Tell you what, we play like this against Wyndham, and the game would be over by now. He bunts right back to Hyzak, so 1 pitch and 1 out. So Ostrowski goes out 1-3.
You know what? I'm not
I'm not sure, Paul, being up 5 runs, why take your foot off the gas?
right?
Now batting, number 2.
I don't understand that play at all. Right? What do
Paul, he's your cleanup hitter.
if he was struggling, that's different. But
Cleanup hitter. He's 1 for 2. He had a nice single his last time out. Barton takes take a strike.
right?
Instead of bunting and giving yourself out, he wasn't even bunting for a hit. He squared. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And there's a ground ball to first.
Take
That's
your
a
time.
cue shot. LeBrie fields it, and with 3 pitches, we have 2 outs. Kind of inning we need,
Number
Paul.
18, Alan Thompson.
Of course, my mother-in-law has shown up on Wives Row, and she puts her new car directly behind home plate. Oh boy,
This is that white thing with all the dents in it now?
that's gonna be. I can see it now. Turn the GoPro around to get a look.
And there's a foul ball right back towards the car, but that's going to end up in the river.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
So Hyzak's thrown 4 pitches here, 4 strikes. I'm sorry, did he throw 1 ball? I don't remember if
No
he threw a
balls.
ball. Yeah, 4 strikes.
Look
And
at it.
strike
He's
2.
bringing it.
He's bringing it.
Kid's
So
on a
this
mission.
This is what you need here, Paul. You need a shutdown inning, and you got to get the bats going. It's got to start with small, and you got to get the bats going.
Right now, Hyzak's showing he's the guy to shut him down.
And there's a line drive to short, and Clay.
What a nice
He's
play.
got it. He didn't hop.
What a nice play.
He caught it on the
Nice
fly.
play
nice
by
play
Clay
by
Campbell.
Clay. He made it look a lot tougher than it was. I thought it hit the ground, but
6 pitches, Mike.
6-pitch inning for Connor, just what the doctor ordered. Now we need some runs, Paul. We got our shutdown inning. Ostrowski's coming out. He's feeling good. He's got the top of the order coming up. We got to score some runs now.
Let's do it. Let's see. So we have the top of the order coming up, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Top of the order needs to get going. You like how I lean over and make sure that they can hear me?
Yep. Everybody needs to get going. Small's 1 for 2. He singled his last at bat. Madison is 0 for 1. He walked and struck out swinging with the bases loaded in the second. Matty is 2 for 2. He's doubled and tripled. So he's 2/4 of the way to the cycle, halfway through.
Oh, Matty's doing his job.
And then Jake's got an RBI, but there's no hits to show for it.
Nope.
Tell you, Paul, as I'm looking down the stat sheet here, 4 hits for Goffstown. And Matty's got 2 of them. So that leaves 2 hits through 7 batters.
Not doing our job.
Not doing our job.
In softball, the word just came in. 1-6-2. They remain pretty hot.
Yeah, the softball team is doing great.
Coach Matt Fleming's keeping those Lady Grizzlies hot.
And you can see that game on GTV probably later tonight, up on YouTube tomorrow. Just got a message from our studio producer, Adam, that yesterday's game is now on YouTube.
Now batting, number 1, Tyler Small.
My wife has joined us in the booth. Thank you for the coffee, by the way. Appreciate that.
They're still giving him right field wide
Comes
open.
Small. Small off the end of the bat, way ahead. I mean, just way ahead. And again, swinging at the first pitch, Paul.
Yep. Because I don't know if the anxiety, they think, A, I have to get something done, and B, like before, this ball looks so good, it's slower, I can crush it. No, you can't.
Nope.
Let it come back and trust your hands.
Here comes the 0-1. And there's a fastball hit foul down the third base line. So Small timed that one up. He squared it up. Hit a foul to left, but he's in an 0-2 hole pretty quick. And Ostrowski's he's thrown his curveball 0-2. See if he does that here. The slow curve. If I'm him, I don't throw it for a strike. I put it in the dirt. Small needs to get on base. Looks like a high fastball coming. He throws a curveball. He pops it up to second. Second baseman drifting over. Paul, look at this. Every pop-up has been with two hands, Paul.
Now batting, number 11, Nick Madison.
You know, we talk about that all the time, the two hands. I've seen every player from Merrimack Valley use two hands on a pop-up fly ball. So Small does not get on. He pops to second. And there comes Madison. He's 0 for 1 on the day. We need Nick on in front of Matty. We need a base runner on in front of Matt. And he hits a ground ball to third, charity hop. Wow, strong throw over to first base to get Madison hustling down the line. And just like that, Paul, there's 2 outs.
He didn't waste any time swinging.
Now
What is-
batting, number 21, Matt Woodward.
And they're all pulling it right down third base.
So
They're way ahead.
what's he at, 4 pitches now? 3 to Small and 1 right there?
You got it. 4 pitches.
And here comes Matty, who's been half the offense so far. He's doubled and tripled. He has 2 of the 4 hits. 4 hits aren't going to win you many games, Paul. I don't care who you're playing. Here's the pitch. Matty takes a ball inside. Matt's as hard as they come right now.
Yes, he is. That ball is a softball to him right now.
But unfortunately, he only gets up once every 9.
That's right.
So we need somebody else to step up. Misses high, 2-0. You know, I like Matty's swing right now. He's not trying to do too much. He's staying within himself. There comes the 2-0. He misses high. He looks like he wants no part of him, Paul.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
5-run lead. What's he going to do? Worst it's going to do
There's
is make
nobody
it
on.
5. Right. Worst he's going to do is make it 6-2. I mean, he looks like he wants no part of him. I know he's 2 for 2, and I know he's hit the ball hard twice, but just throws one down there. Figures Matt's taking all the way, and he was. You know, that's a good take right there because you don't want to get yourself out on a 3-0 pitch.
That's right.
We need you on base. Jake coming up, and then Cody after him. There's the 3-1. Misses inside. So Matty's on for the 3rd time. Does his job. And here comes Jake.
Now batting, number 18, Jake Hunt.
He's been way ahead, Jake, flying out to left, ground to the shortstop. He's got to make the adjustment. Trust his hands, let the ball come in.
Got to take a pitch here, Paul.
That's all it is.
Got to
Relax.
take a pitch. See what Ostrowski is going to do there. See if Matty can draw a throw. Matt's not leading off. Here comes the pitch. Takes a pitch outside.
If the ball's outside, I was just going to say, if they throw Jake outside,
He's got
he
to
doesn't go
Paul,
to
look
right
where
field.
that right fielder is. I mean, look
This
where
is
he
crazy.
is. He's way past second base. I mean, he's 120 feet away from the line. I've never seen a right fielder play that way before. As a strike. I mean, I understand the team thinks that, he's not going to blow by anybody. But if he throws an outside pitch and you go with
Right.
it, I mean, come on. You're going to be running for a while. Here comes the pitch. And Jake hits a lazy fly ball to left. Left fielder camping underneath it and squeezes it with 2 hands, and that's the inning. And the score through 5 now is 6-1 Merrimack Valley.
After 5 innings, Merrimack
12
Valley
pitch
6,
inning.
Goffstown 1.
12 pitch innings, and it puts him at 61 for the game. And, Paul, this is about as frustrating as it gets right now.
Yep.
As big and as exciting as yesterday's game was, this is pretty frustrating to see this kind of effort put in by this team right
Matt's
now.
the only one hitting. The other hitters are not making adjustments. Nobody else.
Nope.
And
I
it's
mean,
frustrating.
Labrie hit a base hit, and Small had a base hit. But other than that, Paul, I mean, there's nothing. And Merrimack Valley's not shooting themselves in the foot. They made the one error when we had the bases loaded there. I'm sorry, we have 3 hits. Small has one, Labrie has one. No, we had 4. I mentioned 4. So it's, you're not going to get much out of that,
Nope.
Paul. And 4 hits against anybody, not Portsmouth, not Wyndham. I mean, this is Merrimack Valley, a team that you beat pretty good when you played them the first time.
Trap game.
Yep, the trap game is on, and right now, Merrimack Valley is winning the battle. I mean, we beat them 13-4 at their ballpark, first game of the year, and it was a much cooler day, much windier day there. But they've come to play, and they're no pushovers, Paul. They've come to play, and they've put the effort in. And
We're beating ourselves every aspect of the game.
I don't know what else to say. Jake now coming out. Jake made the last out, so he was getting dressed. Tyler was warming up. Connor. There's the shoot by Jake in the dirt. Bounces into center field.
Now batting, number 20, Caleb Heath.
So
I'm
Paul,
just wondering who's going to take over. Matt's, he's not an overly vocal guy. He does it by demonstrating.
Mm-hmm.
But who else is going to jump out here and help this team and get them going again?
Well,
I would like to see a little bit more life.
it's a great question, Paul. I mean, now that Jake's the 4-hitter and he made last, so you got Cody, Nick, and Connor coming up. So you got 5, 6, 7 coming up, and then you got Clay, who's batted for Riley. You've had one hit from those 5 players. So in those 10 at bats, you have 1 hit. Connor misses high with the ball, so the next 5 batters in the next inning, they're 1 for 10 combined.
Right.
So there's not a whole heck of a lot to look forward to there. Let's hope that they can get the bats going. It's getting late. Here's a fly ball foul out of play that could hit your mother-in-law's car. No.
Ooh.
Just missed. There's another car over there, but it didn't hit that one. Is hers the white one, Paul, behind
It is, yeah.
So here comes Heath. 1-1 pitch. Whoa!
Ooh,
Lined it.
I almost had a girl sitting over there.
Almost had a girl sitting in the stands there. And then rolled out to a vehicle. Not sure if it hit the vehicle or not. Heath is 1 for 2. He singled in 2 runs. He had the big bases loaded base hit, and then Jake threw him out because he overran the bag, and the runner stopped at second. But whoa, Connor misses way high with that one. He tried to throw that one through the fence, I think. No, Smitty's right below us. He does look cool. No undershirt on. Hot day. And there's a little looping pop-up over third base. That's kind of fall.
Are you kidding
me? Can't script it any better than that, Paul. He couldn't have thrown the ball out there any better.
Now batting, number 6, Spencer Pennington.
So Heath singles for the second time. We didn't get a line on Riley here. We got to try to figure that out. First hit allowed by Hyzak. Try to get the vitals on Riley in a minute. Hyzak looking in. Not a big lead over at first base. And Hyzak steps off and looks over.
Well, it looks like I have 2 Ks.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 8 hits, 9 hits.
9 hits.
9 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. Did he walk anybody?
I don't think he walked anybody.
Yeah, he did. He walked 1. He walked 9.
Oh, right
in the
there.
third. One walk
third inning.
and 1 hit by pitch. He let up 6 runs, 5 earned. So we got a 1-strike count on the batter. Misses low for a ball. Pittengill, the DH, he's 1 for 2. Struck out in the second and singled in the big 4-run third inning. Wow, way late on that fastball.
2 different teams from yesterday. I'll tell you what.
It doesn't, Paul, I don't know. I don't know. I'm at a loss of words here.
I'm right with you.
That's like a first time for me.
Keep shaking my head like a bobblehead.
He struck him out, definitely overmatched him. Paul, I could talk a dog off a meat wagon, and I have nothing to say about this.
Batting, number 4, Braden Miller.
Starving dog at that, but
Right? I mean, literally, I'm at a total loss at everything.
I can't even come up with some positive today. I mean, yeah, Clay made that nice grab on the line drive last inning, and then Connor's been pitching pretty well. Other than that,
He's come in and stopped the bleeding. He's done his job.
here's Miller. He's 1 for 2, and this kid's got some speed. Let me tell you, misses high with the fastball.
Yeah, last time he bust down that first base line.
Yeah, he had a routine
darn quick.
ground ball to short, and Connor got him by about a half a step. So Hope the defense is aware of that. Here comes the pitch. That's in the dirt. So it's 2-0. Repeat again. 6-1 Merrimack Valley in the top of the 6th inning.
Yes, you heard that right. 6-1.
6-1 Merrimack Valley, top of the 6th inning.
Nice
Right
pitch.
down the middle for a strike. To this point, Goffstown's been held by Ostrowski, the lefty. Ostrowski, I'm sorry, the lefty, to 4 hits.
And 2 belong to Matt Woodward.
And they still haven't been able to get Matt out. He walked his last time up. I mean, why mess with him, right? Put him on base and, keep going down the order. Not a big lead over there first. The pitch, wild swing by Miller. I mean, quite a difference between Riley and Connor, huh?
Oh, there absolutely is. I mean, it's the velocity thing. You know, Riley, he wasn't on. He was snake bit with the ground ball with eyes. Nothing he could
Here's
totally
a little looper to second. Madison comes up with it, and diving back to first base is Heath.
So you have top of the order coming up here.
Now batting.
2
number
outs.
7, Kevin Barden.
So we have 2 down. In the top of the order, Kevin Barton is up for the 4th time. Heath diving back to first base. Madison made a nice play.
Not worth the throw, causing an
No,
errant throw or
absolutely
errant
not.
catch. Just
Absolutely not. Here comes the pitch. Misses Jake. Oh, Nick was not
Nick's
covering
got to
the
get
bag.
on. Nick's got to get on first.
I'm sorry, that was a strike.
Yep.
Nick was not covering the bag. Paul, I wonder if maybe Lawrence goes to the bench, brings a couple pinch hitters in. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Try to get something
Change things
started.
up, right?
But I mean, who do you hit for? I mean, maybe LeBrie, maybe Pete. LeBrie's actually had a pretty good day. He's 1 for 2. There's a little pop up. LeBrie calls for it and uses one hand and makes the catch to retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the score is, and don't adjust your TV sets, it's Merrimack Valley 6 and Goffstown 1.
17 pitches.
A 17 pitch inning
23
for
total
Connor, so it puts
for
him
Connor.
at 23 for the game. You know, Paul, I'm not taking anything away from Merrimack Valley.
Oh, of course
You
not.
know, they're playing a solid game, but we talked about this, Paul. You know, we had a good game against John Stark Monday, beat him 3-1 in the winter, right?
Right.
And we had a great game yesterday against Portsmouth, and the team looks a little drained right now. Yes, it's senior day, but they don't look as up as they have the last
and
couple
yesterday,
days.
you're right. You hit the nail on the head. A little drained. Yesterday's emotions. It's definitely going to get a hold of you. You're a little tired. So
Yeah.
I can understand a little bit of that, but
you got to put that. Yesterday is yesterday. You got to put
right.
that beside you now. Now you got a job to do. Now you're gonna test your mettle right here. You're down 5 runs. This pitcher's in total control right now. He's only let up 4 hits through 5 innings. You got Cody coming up. You got Cody, Nick, and Connor coming up. Nick LeBrie, that is. Got to get some base runners here, Paul.
Oh,
you're not going to tie
somebody's
the
gonna
game.
get on base.
You're not going to tie the game with one swing. Home runs are no good right now. Well, I think they're no good. I mean, yeah, they'll give you a little jump here, but it's not going to tie the game.
right.
You need 3 base runners before you swing for the fence, and they got to put a couple here, Paul. They got to get at least 2 or 3 to make this close in the 7th inning.
They're not patient, not letting that ball come up, trusting their hands, drive the ball. They're way out in front, off balance.
Yeah, I mean, they've seen some hard throwers the last couple of games, and this is something they're not used to.
I think that's why the coach
Number
threw him.
8, Cody Morrell.
He knew who we've been facing. Throw something off speed. Let's let us swing overly aggressive and swing at bad pitches.
Yeah, and it's working. I mean, when he certainly hasn't thrown a lot of pitches. What did we say he was at, 61?
61 pitches.
That's not a lot of pitches through 5 innings. So here comes the pitch to Cody, and Cody swings the first pitch. That's
There
a
we
line
go.
drive base hit to right. So the right fielder was at least in the zip code this time around, makes the play, holds Cody to a single. But that could be just what the doctor ordered right there.
Now batting. Number 20, Nick LeBrie.
So LeBrie strodes in now. He's 1 for 2. He singled and popped to second. And I wouldn't be surprised if LeBrie gets on here that coach doesn't pinch run for him.
Agreed. Absolutely. Put Smitty in.
Smitty or somebody. Here's the pitch. Wow, off speed. What was that, Paul? It wasn't a
Ephus?
curve. It looked like an
Ephus?
Ephus.
1970s Ephus pitch.
I'll tell you what, it worked. It was effective. It fooled me. It wasn't a curve, and it certainly wasn't a fastball. Cody's going to be careful there. He's not going anywhere. There's a pitch on the outside corner. Nick nods his head in agreement, but he's in an 0-2 hole right now.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's a changeup or what.
Paul, I've beaten this horse to death already. Look at that right fielder. That's not the center fielder in the picture, folks. That's the right fielder. And right field is wide open. And, you know, I know sometimes it can throw your swing off to try to put a ball there, but, you know, why not try it?
Right.
Nothing else is working. Stay back.
Yes.
Wait a half second. I don't care if the pitch is in the middle of the plate and the inside. You can wait that half second and put that ball to right field. And Labrie hits a lazy fly to left, and it is going to go foul. Oh. So it's just a long strike for Labrie. Not helping that quad out any.
No, it's not.
And looking down, I see Taylor French with a helmet on. Taylor may be batting for Peter.
And then just put him in right field. That's a good move. He plays
put
right
him in
field.
The field. Or,
off
you know,
days.
or you just do the re-entry. Not sure how he's going to work with that. Need Nick on base here. 1-2 count. See what Ostrowski does. Curveball. Hits a fly ball to center. The center field on it. What a grab by Miller. Man, is that kid quick. That ball it looked like it was going to get down into a gap, and, man, is he fast.
Covers some ground.
Now batting, number 5, Connor Hyzak.
So Nick hit the ball well.
Nothing
to
you could
show
do.
for it.
That kid, when you have a defensive play like that where he can come over and make that play, you tip your cap to him.
Yeah.
Covered a lot of ground.
I mean, Paul, look at him right now. He's playing left center field, and he ran a good 40, 50 feet to check, and he made that routine. Connor takes a strike. Good idea to take a pitch right there.
You don't need to be swinging
We
first
need base
pitch.
runners. Can't say it enough. We need base runners right now. Connor way up in the box. And there's a ground ball to third. It gets off the third baseman. It goes right to the shortstop, though. And he goes to second, and he gets I mean, talk about being snake bitten. Went right to the shortstop, right to the second, from the third baseman to the shortstop, and he had enough time to get Cody.
5-6-3.
Now batting, number 14, Clay Campbell.
So Connor reaches on a fielder's choice, and Cody is out 5-6-4.
Was that the second baseman or
Yeah,
shortstop? Was
no, he got him out at second base. So
yeah, but I don't know if it was the second baseman. Yeah, 5-6-4.
5-6-4. So the third baseman gets an assist on a ball he bungles, and now there's 2 outs and a man on first base.
Oh boy!
And you know, it's one of those days. So here's Clay for the second time. He grounded to second, takes a ball, and that is Taylor French in the on-deck circle right now. Clay needs to. The right fielder, even with a left-handed batter up, is nowhere near right field.
Ooh, nice pitch right there. That's all right. Don't rush if you're not comfortable. We need a base runner.
You know, Paul, maybe seeing this from behind home plate, I don't know. Maybe Ostrowski must be hitting his corners very well because they're playing all the batters to pull. They're not even playing a lefty to pull right now, and he's keeping the ball away. Paul, look at the right field lines wide open. Look at left center field now. I mean, the center fielder is playing to pull, but the right fielder's not.
Not right.
You would think the right fielder would be 20 feet to his left. Here's the pitch to Clay, and Clay way ahead of it, and it's 2-2 now as he fouls it back. Paul, this is like soft toss right now.
I know.
And you know, and the boys are way ahead, and it's frustrating. It's got to be frustrating for them.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, you get great speed at first base now, but you know, it's 2 down. Here comes the 2-2 in the outside, and wow, Connor was way far off the bag.
We don't need that.
So now the count's full, and I'll tell you, if he doesn't throw over here, I'd be shocked because Connor's going to be off with the pitch. Connor's been ultra aggressive right now. If I'm Ostrowski, I throw over.
You got to throw over once.
Even though the first baseman backing off, really? On the pitch, and Clay pops it up behind second. The shortstop calling for it, and again with the two hands. Boy. And we're going to be down to our last at bat here, Paul. It's 6-1 Merrimack Valley after 6 innings.
6 innings, Merrimack Valley 6, Goffstown 1.
14 pitches, 75 total. This kid is cruising. We're making him look like,
Brandon
first team
Oxford. That's who he looks like right now to them. And it looks like Nolan Gamet running in. Oh, he's bringing his glove out. That's all right. I thought he was running out to his position, and he brings the wrong glove out. He brought Connor's glove out, but not Clay's. And there goes Frenchie. So it looks like he's going into right field, as we talked about. And Tyler is bringing Clay's glove out now. Clay took a ground ball with his bare hands and threw it. I tell you, Paul, I was just watching down there, and Nolan is playing catch with Small, and Nolan threw the ball, and nothing against Small, but he did no effort, lifted his glove up, ball bounded off his glove and went in the outfield. The team is flat right now, Paul. And we asked who's going to give that kick in the butt. I'll tell you what's going to give them a kick in the butt if they turn
Coach Lawrence
and look over their left shoulder and take a look at that scoreboard.
Coach Lawrence will take care of that.
That's no mistake. That's the top of the 7th inning, 6-1 Merrimack Valley. And I don't know, said it 100 times. As good as they played the last couple of games, they're playing that bad today.
Inexcusable so far.
Well, we talked about it, Paul. It was the trap game, right? Oh, this is the game. We beat them 13-4 first time we played them.
That's right.
Now batting, number 3, Matt Ostrowski.
We're on a 4-game winning streak. We're now ranked number 3 in the division.
That's right.
Everything, life is good here. And
they're playing like a last place team, not a third place team.
Yep, they sure are. This might come back to bite them. If they miss that first round bye, you're going to remember this game.
You still have Wyndham,
And
Laconia,
Sauhegan.
and Sauhegan.
Yeah. And 2 of those 3 games are on the road.
So
Wyndham and Laconia are on the road Monday, Wednesday, and then Sauhegan here at home. On senior night, the seniors will be recognized on the field. So stepping in is number 3. This is the
Isaacs
pitcher.
look real good. Real good coming in.
Oskowski takes a strike.
He looks
Oskowski's been on
comfortable.
base 3 times. He's reached on an error, singled, and doubled. A wild swing right there. Way overmatched. So it's quickly 0-2 on Ostrowski, and he swings wildly and overmatched right there. But you know what, though, Paul? He's my pitcher. I don't want him on base right now in this heat.
Go sit down and relax.
Have a drink.
It's 6-1.
You need 3 outs to finish probably one of the best games you've pitched. I don't know much about the kid,
Number 19, Brian
but
Ryan.
Paul, he's done not much wrong.
No.
He's let up 1 run. He's held his
He's done his
team
job.
to 5 hits. And there's a line drive. Base hit. It's a
Fair
fair
ball.
ball down the right field line. And French is going after it. He's getting tested right away and throws it right in. Nice play by French out there to come up with that. But Nyland has his second hit of the game and is on base for the 3rd time.
Now batting, number 11, Joe Ostrowski.
So now Joe Ostrowski strides in. He's 1 for 3. Singled in a run in the second, and that 4-run second inning that appears to be the death blow. Pinch runner coming in right now, number 24. Not sure who that is. Do we have the substitute roster then? I'm sorry? Billy Dupree coming in to pinch run for
First base, number 24, Billy Dupree.
for Nyland. Nyland is the first baseman, so don't know if this is a speed thing or just to kind of give him a break thing. And I see, number 7
Heading to the
is
bullpen.
Kevin Barton heading down to the bullpen. He's the shortstop. Oh, so maybe that's why they took Nyland out. Maybe he's going to go and throw? Because, number 19, that's Nyland, who just had the base hit. So he's going down to warm up, I would imagine. Yep, he is. So they have a bullpen. They don't have to throw in right field. I'm not sure why they're doing it right there. They have somebody there with a helmet on to watch. Oh, and then now they realize there's a fence down there, so they're going into the bullpen. But the player's still standing there.
I
with
want to tell the other kid.
There's a ground ball right back to Hyzak. Hyzak throws to Campbell for 1, over to first base. It gets by Labrie. The batter, Ostrowski's going on to second base. So the pinch runner, Dupree, is out 1-6, and the batter, Ostrowski, is safe at second base on the throwing error.
Number 2, Mark Barton.
So that's a 2-base error. But there's 2 outs now. Runner on second base for Mark Barton, the catcher. Paul, I don't even know why he's warming up. Is he warming up just in case he gets in trouble? How do you take Ostrowski out of this game right now?
Let the kid finish with 75 pitches.
Thrown
He's already
75
done
pitches.
for the week.
It's not like he can pitch tomorrow or Friday.
Right.
You know, he might be trying to outcoach himself here. There's a ground ball to short. Here comes Campbell. Here's the throw, and he's got him. So that retires the side in the 7th. And it's last call here, folks. 6-1 Merrimack Valley after 6.5.
6 pitches, 29 total for Hyzak, who's done a solid job. He's done his job in shutting down Merrimack Valley, but the offense is beyond anemic. Life supports might not even help this right now.
No. So the line on Hyzak was 3 innings, 29 pitches, just 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. Didn't walk anybody, so pretty clean tail of the tape for him. But you know what? We have Peter's spot coming up, and I think that's going to be French because French came in and played the field. So Taylor's going to be batting. Then you get the top of the order, and Small, and wonder if Madison's going to hit. Yeah, Madison has a helmet on, so he's probably going to bat. So this is the last call, Paul, and Ostrowski does come out to start the inning, and if he gets in trouble.
I think that's all they're going to do.
Yeah,
if
you
want
got
to put
Nyland
the
if he gets in
6-3,
trouble, right?
6-4, you know.
Because like we talked about, they have a short bench, so get somebody loose. They only have 11 men on their roster, or 12 men on their roster. 11. I was right the first time. And 10 of them are in the lineup because they have a DH, right? So Taylor needs to get on base. He needs to do his job right here.
Now batting, number 16, Taylor French.
So Taylor's first at bat. Peter was 0 for 2. Flew out to center and line to third. Now French striding in. So all the hitters down to the 4-hole have their helmets on, hoping they can bat this inning. There's a pitch in the dirt. Ostrowski looked tired on that one, Paul. That was kind of like he's short on that.
Right, he's just.
I mean, how could he be tired? The kid's barely broke a sweat. He's only thrown 75 pitches through 6 innings. Here comes the 1-0, and French takes high and away. He's going to put the bat in his pocket right here, Paul. Going to make him throw him a strike.
Absolutely. Don't be foolish and swing at a bad pitch, popping it up in the air.
Got to be taken all the way here. Here comes the 2-0, and he's
man,
a mile ahead of it to boot, and
What'd
it's
we
2-1.
say, right?
I don't understand it. Yeah, it was a strike, but I mean, talk about a wild swing. Here comes the 2-1, and there's a little ground to
Just
Paul.
like
He's
that,
way
2-2,
ahead of it, and now
right?
it's 2-2. And now, you know, you run the risk of him coming in with that slow curve, that changeup, whatever you want to call it, and taking a call third strike here. Frenchie needs to get on base. Need a positive to happen here. Way high, wow. He missed that about as bad as you can miss.
Oh, boy.
We've had the leadoff runner on 3 of the 6 innings, Paul.
And they grew moss just standing there.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. And there's a line drive base hit to center
All right,
field.
way to go, Frenchie.
So Taylor starts us off. Great to see that. So let's hope that gets us going here.
Now batting, number 1, Tyler Small.
He was a lot more patient with that swing. Did you notice? He wasn't trying to kill the ball. He
Yep.
let the ball come to him when he slowed
Yeah,
his swing down.
Paul, the first swing, I mean, he was swinging out of his shoes the first 2
swing
swings.
to make contact.
Shortens his stroke up and hits a line drive to center
Right.
field. So let's go, boys. This is time to get on your
Swing
feet
to make
here.
contact, not try to kill
Here
it.
comes Small, and
He's due to
Paul,
break
the
out.
first baseman's on first. The second baseman's 5 feet away from second base. I don't care where the pitch is. You have to try to hit the ball to the right side. I mean, you can drive 3 school buses there sideways.
Sideways.
Seriously. I mean, there's an 85-foot gap there, and it's going to roll to the fence because the right fielder's playing in right center. It throws back. I don't know why.
I just wonder. Jake, you see in right field? He'll ignore me.
Yeah, how can you not? Oh, my goodness. There's the pitch, and there's a foul at the
He
plate.
swayed forward.
French was
Stay back.
running with the pitch.
Stay back.
You got to be careful because you don't want to line into a double play here. I mean,
Right. But I want him to stay back. He started swaying forward.
and once
on his
again,
swing.
Paul, you know, look at this defensive alignment. If I'm the coach of Merrimack, I don't hold French on here. Why? There's a line drive base hit to left field. Left fielder cuts it off on one bounce, and French moves to second base. So now there's first and second with nobody out. And let's see what the coach does. If he's going to stay with.
He's coming out.
Batting,
Coach is coming out.
number
Yep.
11, Nick Madison.
So he's coming out. This might be the first trip to say, hey, you got one more batter. You pitched a great game so far. Or is he going to make the move? The first baseman, Nyland, he took the ball
Walking
away
to
from
the-
him. He's
yep.
talking to him. Nyland's
Walking
walking
to get his glove.
to the dugout. Pats him on the chest. He's done a great job,
great
Paul. I
job.
mean, that's a
I'll tell you what.
fantastic game against
Nice
this
job.
team. I mean,
Nice job.
you know, I'd love to say against a high-powered Goffstown offense. We haven't been that high-powered this year. With,
No.
you know, not hitting on all cylinders, but he pitched a great game. You know, hats off to him. Let's see if we can get the vitals on him.
Nine pitches just right there.
So he threw 9, so we ended up with 84.
84 total.
Number 19, Brian.
So he went 6 full. Let's see, 1,
Playing
2,
first base, number 33, Ryan Heath.
So he let up 7 hits. They got to him for a couple hits that inning. He walked only 2 and had 2 strikeouts. So 7 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Let up just the 1 run, but he's responsible for the 2
2.
men on base right now. So the worst he can do is 3 runs. Pitched a great game. I mean, you got to take your hat off to him.
Absolutely.
And look, a much harder thrower now. You got 9. So this might just be what the doctor ordered, Paul. I mean, we talked about how off balance they are against the slower pitcher, and now you got Nyland out here who's a pretty hard thrower. And you get Madison coming up. Madison's 0 for 2 today. He walked in the first.
It'll be interesting to see how they play their outfielder with a pitcher who's now throwing a lot
Hard.
harder,
Yeah,
especially that right fielder.
I've talked that one to death, Paul. I will never understand that. So Nyland looks like he's ready. Curveball, so he's got a good fastball, and that curveball was nice. Even though it was in the dirt, that was a nice break on that curveball. So guys are all watching. I hope you learn from that. So I'm looking down. Madison is going to be coming up. Then you got Maddie, Jake, and Cody. All 3 of them down there with their helmets on. Jake's trying to time him. Maddie's trying to time him. Cody's as cool as a cucumber
Yeah.
down there right now, I'll tell you. So here's the situation, Paul. You got 2 men on. If we don't make an out, right? So Cody's the tying run, right? Actually, Cody's the winning run.
Cody's a winning run.
So Cody's the winning run if it gets to him with no outs, and he can do it 2 days in a row. So I'm going to call it right now. How about that? 2 days in a row, Cody has a walk-off. That's okay. Well, not necessarily. It could be a runner on second and third. Oh, yeah, it would have to be. He's the winning run. You're right. The Nate's always correcting me here. There's a line drive down to first, foul.
They're still playing the
Yeah, the right fielder is still playing in the wrong zip code over there.
That I
understand
definitely
it.
don't get right now.
Especially after what you just
You
saw.
just saw this hit, right?
He's way behind. And look at Paul, the second baseman's even with second, first baseman's on. It's a 90-foot hole there, Paul. In the right field, there's
Right.
100 feet off the line. And you got great speed at first base. And he hits a little number down the line, foul.
He's trying to go to Madison's trying to do what we're talking about. He tried to
Yep.
push it over there.
Yep. But you know something, Paul, and again, I'm not one to second guess. You got Madison up there right now, hasn't batted in a while. You got a bunch of kids sitting on the bench that have. You know, good spot for a pinch hitter. But, you know, Nick's a senior.
Yeah.
He's got to do his job here.
He's trusting Nick.
Come on, Nick, get into one, bud. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3
three.
looking. He was late on a couple of fastballs,
batting, number 21, Matt.
and
Woodward.
the pitcher smelled blood, Paul.
Absolutely.
Nyland smelled blood, and, you know, not messing around with curveballs or nothing. He just came with the heat. So now Cody can't win the game. The best he can do is tie. Here comes Matty, who's as hot as they come right now. I hope he sees the right field line. He can run for a while. Paul, again, I don't understand this. You know, I understand about trying to keep runners close. It's a 6-1 ball game, right?
Why create that hole?
Why create that hole? Why have the runners out of position right now? Give up the bases. The bases don't matter because even if the runners move up and Matt hits a 2-run single, it's 6-3.
Right, 6-3.
You're still up by 3 runs. This alignment makes
He's
no
6-3
sense
with
to me.
1 out.
It
Worst
makes no
case.
sense to me. But that's why we're up here, Paul, right? Wow,
Ooh,
Matty
he wanted
swings
to
and
kill it.
misses at a high fastball. He was trying to make it 6-4 right there. But, Matty's a smart player. He's in the hole 1-2, and he's going to shorten that swing up right here. Just need a base hit, Matt.
Going to throw one away.
Steps off. So the second baseman ran into position there, so he was in a normal second base position right there. Here comes the pitch, and he fouls it straight back. So Matty hanging tough here. Matt's 2 for 2. He doubled and tripled and walked in the 5th. This is the guy you want up right now. Here comes the 1-2 to Matt. Curveball hits a ground ball, the third foul. Stay back on the curveball, nice. Yep. Fouled it off.
Did his best there. He's got more life.
Tell you, Jake's itching for a chance right here.
He's wants to get the monkey off his back this game.
Here it comes. Fastball, strike 3.
That was a nice pitch.
Yeah, it was. And tell you what, Nyland comes in
18, Jake Hunt.
And strikes out the first 2 batters looking. So now you're down to your last out, Paul. Jake clearing out, doing what he does, fixing his gloves. But now you're down to your last out.
Adjustment.
So you need Jake on, you need Cody on, you need Nick on to give Connor a shot. The pitch, and Jake gets a ground ball to short.
Pulled
routine hop, long throw to first, and that's the ball game. And can you call it an upset, Paul?
It absolutely is.
Merrimack Valley has a lot to be proud of. I mean, Nyland comes in, throws to 3 batters, strikes out 2 of them, and gets Jake to ground to short. And look at these heads down, Paul. This is much different than the way yesterday's game ended, huh?
Hey, they did it to themselves, right there.
It's,
Final score, number 6, Goffstown 1.
We got the line on Nyland. Nyland pitched to 3 batters. I don't know how many pitches he threw, probably around 10 or so, huh?
10 pitches exactly.
Struck out 2 looking, got Jake to ground out on the first pitch. And, disappointment is probably the only word you can use for this game. It was the trap game. We talked about it at the beginning of the show. It's a shame. With as well as they played yesterday, all the buzz, everybody was buzzing about yesterday's game. Yesterday's game had excitement. I mean, there was a buzz. It was a playoff game. We talked about it before the game started, Paul. We looked down below us. There were 4, 5, 6 alumni down there screaming their heads off, and we're on edge with every pitch. And this was a snoozer, Paul.
There was no life.
They came out as flat as you can come out. Got down early, 2-0 in the first inning. 2 hits, an error. Didn't help. Riley had that good second inning, but then the big 4-run third inning put them in a hole that they couldn't climb out of.
Couldn't dig out of.
We talk about getting into holes against good teams. I'm not, and again, not taking anything away from Merrimack Valley. This was their Super Bowl, right? Absolutely. It's like playing the Patriots.
Of course.
You come up against the better teams and you put your best foot forward, and they did that. They should hang their heads high. They should be proud of the way they played today.
They fought back. They played a great game. We beat ourselves. They pitched a really good game, hit his spots. But overall, our hitters didn't make the adjustments. They didn't stay back, keep their hands back. They tried to kill the ball, which means you now have an awkward swing. You're going to pull everything like everyone was doing. So none of them made the adjustment.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about
Matt had the
2 hits. That was it. I mean, we talked about it. We ended up leaving 9 men on base throughout the game, 2 more there in the 7th. But Ostrowski, they only had 5 hits on him through the first 6 innings. He let up back-to-back singles to start off this inning. And then we knew it was going to happen. Nyland came in, and he slammed the door. He didn't just shut it. He slammed it and locked it behind him. I mean, there was
with those looking
2 of them, 2 in a row.
And really good hitters.
And you got Madison and Matty, and then strike Matty out like that. And then Jake comes out, first pitch swinging. You can't fault Jake for that. He's trying to do something there. They put themselves in a situation they didn't need to be in.
Now
they fall to 11-3. They're gonna, depending on how Wyndham does today, they may fall back to the 4. They can't fall any further than 4.
No.
So because Milford is the next team, but you kind of had this one with the pencil mark in the W column, and then you were looking ahead. They were looking ahead to Wyndham. I mean, we can't deny that.
No.
They were looking ahead to Wyndham. You come out.
Which is mistake number 1, right?
Mistake number 1, and now who do you look forward to now? You got Wyndham on the road. You got Laconia on the road. And oh, by the way, you got Sauhegan at home next Friday. They're only the number 2 seed right now in the defending division.
You're
the
forced,
defending
you
state
better
champions.
win 2 out of 3.
You have to now.
Or
You know,
you're in serious
we were saying
trouble.
at the beginning of the week you had to win. You couldn't lose more than 2 of these games. Well, here's 1.
Right.
You can't afford to lose those 2
No.
next week now because, you figure if they're going to lose 3 games in the stretch, it's going to be Portsmouth, Wyndham, and Sauhegan. You don't think it's going to be Merrimack Valley,
Right.
and God forbid it's Laconia. And again, I'm not taking anything away from Laconia, but
they
you
wanna
beat
knock them out.
Wyndham or Sauhegan and you lose that
Right.
game. You got to win. I think you got to win both of those games. You got to go 3-0 next
Do
week.
you know
I
how
think.
Laconia would feel if they beat Goffstown, knock Goffstown out
out
of
of
the
the
top
top
4?
4? The way
That-
Merrimack Valley feels right now, because they may have done it.
Right.
If Goffstown doesn't throw a perfect week or go 2-1 next week, Merrimack Valley just did that.
Oh, absolutely.
And so that this is a huge win for them. Again, not taking anything away
No.
from this team.
They
They're
played
5
very
and
well.
7 now. They played a great game, but they're not going to be. They're not a high seed in there.
No.
They're kind of down towards the lower third of the standings. But they played their game.
Yep.
This was the game.
They played a great game.
The game that they had to play to win. Goffstown did not have their best showing today, and
And I don't think we'll be talking to coaches and players today.
No,
I think we'll let that slide.
it was.
At
So
least I'm not brave enough to go talk to the coach today.
I just happened to pull up. I have Merrimack schedule here. They beat Pembroke Academy 3-1 last time. They lost to Wyndham 11-1 on the 10th. They beat Kearsarge 4-0. We don't see Kearsarge, so we don't know about that team. They lost to Portsmouth 14-3. So some of the and they actually beat Co-Brown. They beat Co-Brown 9-3. But this is a team that we beat pretty handily the first time we played them, 13-4. But that was back over a month ago.
Right.
That was April 13th. It was a chilly day at their home field, but. You can't take anything for granted in this league. They say any given Sunday in
Absolutely.
Bottom
Bottom line
football,
is
but
we beat ourselves.
any day, yeah, they
we
did.
beat ourselves.
And
And I'm not taking, like you said, not taking anything away
Nope.
from those guys, but we beat ourselves. That was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, we beat ourselves on the offensive side.
Yes.
Defensively, we could have made some plays better, but they did hit the ball pretty well against Riley. What did we say they had? Riley let up 9 hits or so? Yeah, 9 hits. So they hit the ball. They scored some runs there.
I have no issues with that.
Yep.
We just
So-
didn't hit the ball.
It just it wasn't our day, and again, it all comes back to timely hits, right? We talked about timely hits time and time again, and today was that day. So I think you're right, Paul. I think it's a wrap for today. We're going to take a couple of days off. We're going to hopefully bring you the away game against Wyndham on Monday. Paul and I hope to get set up over at Wyndham. Paul's talked to the team over there. They're going to try to get us a spot. Maybe we can get some Wyndham guests on the air with us, but. Until now, Paul, you got any last words?
I just hope the boys, short memory, and come out Monday and realize that they've got some work to do tomorrow morning.
We had the short memory from yesterday. I think they had a hangover. I think this is a
Absolutely.
hangover game. Kind of wish we had a day off. So for Paul Hunt, for Nate, I'm Mike Santoro, and hopefully we'll see you on Monday.